Yeah, once again, welcome back to your favorite channel. We'll be going straight away with part two of anxiety. So in part one, we saw what anxiety is about and some few causes. Remember, this is just a summary. For more information, you need to at least you do some research. Yeah, because sometimes I'm just giving us an overview. So now straight away we will look at what are the symptoms, how can you identify, or how can you quickly know if someone is suffering from anxiety. How can you identify someone around you suffering from anxiety? Yeah, firstly, yeah, people suffering from anxiety, I think I mentioned some in the previous video. They always have this constant fear. Just like I said, they are gone through traumatic experiences, so their life is characterized by constant fear. So at the least noise, you see them, they panic. Yes, and secondly, they suffer what we call panic attacks. Each time there's any small noise, yeah, they are, allergic to noise. So whenever they get noise, they fall into what we call panic attacks. Another characteristic or a symptom of those suffering from anxiety, they are always sweating. Constant sweat. They sweat a lot because as a result of nervousness. They have nervousness, and they have constant headache. Constant headache, that's another thing. And not to mention also sleeplessness, insomnia. Those are one of the characteristics or the symptoms of someone suffering from anxiety. And you should also note that this has to do with personality type. It has to do, so you have to be very keen. You must be a keen observer because people react differently depending on their personality type. And a personality type is made up of two components. Your personality type it can either be made up by your temperaments, which speaks of the genetics, and then also coupled with your childhood experiences, your interaction as a child. Yeah, those are the two things that make up your personality. For instance, we have the sanguine, we have the choleric, we have the melancholics. So they react differently. So it's easier for you to the symptoms. They kind of differ. Yeah, they do what we call the technique, the freeze and flee technique. So people like the melancholics, when they are faced with that, when they get through that, whenever there's a noise, because they are irritated by the noise or something, what they do is just like the porcupine. They do what they go in their shells, just like the tortoise, the porcupine. What they do, they get into the shell, they freeze. Especially porcupine. If you have an idea, you don't need to be a zoologist, but porcupines, they are those when they feel a threat, they freeze and they come out with tongues. That's how they do. They are defensive and isolated. But those are like the cholerics and the sanguines. What happens is they get a bit violent when faced by that. They get a bit violent. Yes, they kind of want to flee or to fight back. Yeah, so either when there's noise, they make that you want to fight back. Yeah, for those who are, they have the temperaments of the cholerics. Yeah, so you have to be careful with them because sometimes they can become like those ones. They can be harmful. So I advise if you are leaving somebody at that stage, you need to make sure that they have proper medical attention. They have proper medical attention. So in the next video, we are going to look at what are the treatments. Yeah, of course, it's a sickness. So what will be the treatment for such? Don't go everywhere or anywhere. I hope this has been helpful to you. If it has, don't forget to subscribe, like, and share to bless others. So don't go anywhere. See you shortly in the last part of this video.